On today's episode of the Fresh Brew Run vlog, I'm trying to collect as much dropped Halloween candy as I possibly can on my morning run. Good morning, welcome to another episode of the Fresh Brew Run vlog. My name is Aaron and I'm fired up today. I am up early, it's like 5:30 in the morning. They say the early bird gets the worm, but today the early bird is hopefully going to get all of the dropped Halloween candy. So last year I ran the day after Halloween and I just stumbled upon a ton of candy on the ground. I started picking it up and filling up my pockets and I said, wow, that was very exciting. That was a thrill, that was a rush. I got all kinds of free Halloween candy. So this year I have specifically planned a route optimized to collect the most Halloween candy possible. I brought my backpack hoping to fill that up. So we're gonna see how much Halloween candy I can collect. I believe last year I got 36 pieces. So we'll see if I can break my record. I'm gonna run like 13 miles, 13.1 miles. That's a half marathon, and see how much I can collect. So let's get this thing started. All right, so before I've even started, we already have a clue. Someone left an empty wrapper right in front of my house. So annoying, but a good sign that it's gonna be a good day for collecting lost Halloween candy. Let's go. All right, our first, a creamy, whatever that is. I think it's like a fake Oreo. Whoppers, number 2. All right, Sour Patch, number 3. So a mile in, we're at 3 pieces. We're getting a little more density of houses. So hopefully things will pick up. A lot of wrappers this year. A lot of opened, discarded garbage, such as this. So I'll throw that away. Just doing my community service here. The darkness does make this difficult because I can't check both sides of the sidewalk. I gotta focus on one. My headlamp isn't strong enough to reach the other sidewalk. So that's the downside of running at 5:30 in the morning. You can't see everything. So we'll see. Honestly, kind of disappointed so far on this run, candy-wise. All right, oh, it's empty. Oh man. What's going on this year? All right, number 4, Snickers, let's go. More garbage. All right, number 5, I guess I'll take it. This isn't candy, so 6, we'll count it, that's 6. All right, 2-mile check-in with the Phantom of the Opera lighting. We're at 6, which is not a good pace. We're off pace. So hopefully things pick up. I do have a backup plan. Ooh, let's go. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Ooh, 13. We hit the mother load. Dead end. Nice. Let's go. Okay. 14, 15, 16, 17, and some leaves. Okay, so I'm gonna do a little transfer. I'm starting to lose candy out of my pockets. So we're gonna toss that in the old running pack, including my popcorn. Nice, dude. We're cooking now. I will say there's a high risk of me losing count. We're at 17 right now, I think. Oh, look at this. Is this a poop dollar? Oh, it's a real dollar, I think. Oh yeah, score. I'm gonna count that. That's 18, 19, 20, Almond Joy. Butterfinger, 21. Sweet Tarts, 22. We are at about 3 miles. So 22 and 3 miles, not bad. Well, garbage. It seems to go in waves of like a lot of candy on the ground and then no candy on the ground. So I think we're due for a candy wave. 23, 24, 25, Kit Kat, 26, Almond Joy. I'm picking them up and then running because it takes a second to start my camera. So I'm just trying to keep things moving so I don't spend 4 hours out here. More garbage. 26, ooh, empty. No, it's full. Nerds, 26 and 27. More garbage. All right, 4 miles, 27 pieces of candy. That's a vape. I'm gonna leave that. I'm not gonna put that anywhere on my body. All right, calling an audible. This is a little bit of a candy dead zone. I'm gonna change where I'm running. All right, quick pit stop, and we'll move some candy to the bag. All right, we're loaded up. Time to keep going. I'm looking for a garbage to drop all these wrappers off, but yeah, so far so good. Let's keep it moving. 28, but it is crushed to bits, so I won't be eating that, but I'll be counting it. 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, and 36. I believe that is a record. I also don't know if it is the record, so I'll put that on the screen. Feeling good. We're about 5 miles in. Let's go. 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 42, 43. All right, quick pit stop at 43. I really hope that number is accurate. Throw this stuff away. Look at all this. Why are people eating the candy while they're trick-or-treating? It's a very undisciplined way to trick-or-treat. You collect the candy, you come home, you sort it into piles, you trade with your siblings, and then you eat the candy. Anyway, we're at 43. I'm feeling pretty good. Almost 6 miles into this thing. Oh man, it's a decent amount. I might have to ditch the popcorn. It is kind of a waste of space, that Skinny Pop. Also, Skinny Pop, not my favorite thing to eat. I'm losing candy. And it's very loud, so this bag is getting heavy. So anyway, time to lace up the pack and head back out there. Let's go, 43. 44. All right, we're at 6 miles, 44 pieces. I am a little concerned about my headlamp battery. That would be a disaster if it wasn't able to last the full thing, because it is not gonna get light anytime soon. So we'll keep an eye on it. We'll see what happens. 45 and 46. 47 Twix. 48 Snickers. Ooh, garbage. 49 Reese's. All right, just over 6.5 miles. Halfway. 49 pieces total. All right, 50 and 51 Haribo Elite Candy and some garbage. 52. I don't know what this is. Oh, wicked good. Oh, it's kind of open. Probably won't eat this one, but 52. All right, quick check-in while I have this street light. I'm in a dead zone. I'm at 8 miles and I'm stuck on 52. So I'm gonna switch it up. I think maybe this part of the neighborhood is just not into handing out candy, so I'm gonna head to a different neighborhood for my last 5 or so miles and see what we can find. But yeah, we're in a little bit of a candy drought right now. So anyway, let's see what we can do. All right, we're back in the game. We got a York Peppermint Patty, number 53. All right, quick pit stop to change the backpack. Man, I can't see anything. Is this my screen? Anyway, hello. Yeah, 53. I'm gonna cross into a new neighborhood and we'll go from there. By the way, I got on the Vomero Plus today. I think that is a good candy gathering shoe for the half marathon distance. So let's go. We got a little sunrise. Sun is coming up. That's nice. All right, we're okay. 53, not bad, not bad. Let's try to finish strong here. All right, off to a good start. Little Twizzlers. All right, 9 miles. This neighborhood seems pretty candy free, so maybe I made a mistake. Still at 54. I mean, there is nothing. These streets are clean. This was a huge waste of time. I'm gonna go back to the other neighborhood with all the candy and try to find the streets I didn't run on. Oh man. All right, I'm leaving this neighborhood. That was a disaster. 1 piece of candy. Not much going on there. What does that say about a neighborhood if there's no candy on the ground on Halloween? Draw your own conclusions from that, but I don't think it's a good thing. So I'm heading back to the neighborhood with a ton of candy, a ton of opportunity, and I'm gonna see what we can find there. So onward. Now that the sun is coming up, I can kind of check both sides of the road, which is nice. Allows me to be twice as efficient. I don't know what's going on, even with my double efficient scanning strategy, I'm getting nothing. We are in a long candy drought, people. All right, here we go, 55. We got a Snickers. We're back on the boards. 56, a single Swedish fish. Ooh, it's open. Probably won't eat that one. All right, 57, we got this Laffy Taffy stick. And 58, a mini Kinder bar. Well, that's a good haul right there. Ooh. Oh, what are we at? I forgot. I think we're on 58. Laffy Taffy 58. Reese's 59. I can't tell if my 2 sidewalk strategy is working. Oh wait, is it? Is it? It is. It is working. Never mind. My 2 sidewalk strategy does work. I believe I am able to cover 2 sidewalks at once and get the candy. It's just that there's not a ton of candy right here. So this is 60 with a little Welch's snacky snack. 61, 63, 64, 65. What is this? A Zaza cream? What on earth? Oh, 66, 67. And I'm not making that joke because I am in my mid-30s. I'm not gonna do it. Sorry. All right, we're gonna put some stuff in the back of my bag. Get some of this garbage. Throw this away. Also, 68. All right, good progress. Drop off some of this trash. I'm pretty sure we're at 68, but I don't know. I'll have to do a count. Look at all this stuff. But yeah, so far so good. I have about 2 miles to go. Hopefully we'll have a big grand finale. The road I'm about to run on, last year there was a ton of candy on the ground, so hopefully kids were just as careless this year as they were last year. So we'll see, and we'll wrap this thing up. 69. Garbage. 70, 71, and more garbage. Oh, and more garbage. And more garbage. All right, 72. I think someone just like dumped all their trash at this corner. Don't worry, I got you. The Fresh Brew Run Club will take care of the rest. All right, onward. All right, 72 and 73. Oh, we got something over here. All right, we got 74, 75, and some trash. 76. I knew this was the Motherlode Road. 76, I think. Oh, this might be 77. I've lost count. I'm gonna stop counting. We'll just put the counter on the screen because I don't know what number we're on. Here's some more trash. Ugh. FYI. All right, so someone dropped all their candy here. I'm only gonna take what is on the sidewalk. I don't know what's going on here, but we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces. I don't know what the deal with that is, but I don't want to go on people's lawns. All right, y'all, 13.1 miles. The candy challenge is complete. We're somewhere in the 70s, so not a bad haul. Definitely a new record. I'm gonna go home and count this up just to get a final total. So great run. What a run. That was really fun. I feel like I've been running for 5 hours. I love running, but I especially love running if there's like a mission. And I had a mission today, and that was to gather as much candy and pick up as much garbage as possible. That's fun. So I've taken all the candy, put it in this bag, and it is time to count it up, sort it out, and go over the final results for the Free Candy Run 2025. Let's do it. I don't know if you can see the bag, but it is stuffed. All right, 79 pieces of candy and $1 bill. So we're gonna call that 80 pieces of candy total. So obviously there's a discrepancy between the actual candy count in the video and the candy that I just counted in the bag, 84 versus 80. I went back and watched the video a couple times. I don't know why there's a discrepancy. Maybe I dropped some candy on the ground when I was running, so I came back with less. I'm just gonna go with 80 as the record number because I think that's fair. I also left some candy on the ground, as you saw at the end there, the spilled candy in the person's lawn that I didn't grab, so whatever. 80 is the new record. I don't know what happened. Next year, we will come up with a better counting system and a better storage system so that this never happens again. Anyway, back to the video. Like I said, my total from last year was 26. I think I only ran like 8 or 10 miles. Much better performance this year. I was much more strategic about the neighborhoods I went to. you. 80 pieces of free candy, not a bad haul, plus all the garbage that I picked up off the streets. Just preventing littering and pollution and dogs from eating too much chocolate. Here at the Fresh Brew Run Club, we try to, serve the community as best as we can. So honestly, the candy is a little sweaty, so I'm gonna let it dry out. But for the most part, it's in good shape. Like, there's a couple pieces that are a little bit open, so I'll definitely throw those away, but most of the candy is unopened. And ideally, in an ideal world, it is edible. So what did I learn from all of this? One, there's a lot of kids out there that are eating the candy as they trick or treat. So if you're a parent and your kid comes home and says, oh, I didn't get a whole lot of candy, it might be because they just ate all their candy while they were out trick or treating. Second thing I learned, people do litter quite a bit. I don't know, maybe it's because it's dark and kids are excited. And the third thing I learned is where the Halloween candy on the ground can be found. I know the hot spots, I know where to avoid. So next year for the Candy Run Part 3, oh man, it's gonna be a big one. I'm excited about it already. I'm gonna start planning my routes. I'm gonna start strategizing. I'm gonna be ready to go for 2026. So that'll be the video for today. Let me know if you pick up candy off of the ground and eat it later on at home. But thank you for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you soon.